Hey there. I'm sitting here and I've just been pondering hysterical strength. And I didn't know the word, I actually had to look it up. But I was like, there's this concept and I don't know the word of it, but I know like the general underlying like ideas behind it. And it's called hysterical strength. So essentially it's when you have an adrenaline rush that causes you to have, well, not necessarily supernatural strength, but just ridiculous strength for the person. For example, it's like a mother lifting a car to get her baby up from underneath it, and maybe she's just a frail little woman, but if her baby's in danger, she'll do almost anything to make sure it survives, right? Or, if you're at a national park and you see a bear and, you stand no chance against this bear, but it's you or your family, And the key point is, this is an adrenaline thing. So if your life is in danger, your adrenaline's going to be up super, super high. And this adrenaline can cause you to have kind of an almost unnatural strength. And it can be relatively rare, but when it happens, it's brilliant. And this has happened to me about 2 or 3 times in my life, where I have walked 13 miles in the middle of a heat wave just to meet somebody at a freaking Dairy Queen. So, and the moment I got to the Dairy Queen, I threw up everywhere and I collapsed, and it was just insane. And I have to say, with hysterical strength comes like ridiculous withdrawals, because you're using a ton of adrenaline all in like one short burst. And it does have like physical drawbacks for sure. You're gonna hurt afterwards like mad, and you're gonna feel sick. And I just wanted to say, like, hysterical strength is so fascinating a concept to me, that people are willing to just really, really struggle for something that they want super badly. And it gives me hope when I see something like that. And it makes me think about all the times that I have been in a manic state and adrenaline is super high, and I haven't slept for a couple of days, and it's strange how you don't expect yourself to be this strong, but you can be incredibly strong-willed at certain points. And, just a relatively normal guy like me can have a stupid amount of willpower if I'm really determined to get something. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. I think there's a lot of untapped potential within people because we get really comfortable. We like having security. However, I believe our ancestors were just crazy strong, right? And they lived a life of instability and chaos, and they had to be strong to survive. I mean, it makes me think of Joan of Arc, right? And how she wanted to lead a revolution in France to, liberate her people, and how she was, burned at the stake for it. But she was a strong woman, and she was only 17, guys. Like, only 17, and she died at 19. She's a very, very strong woman, and I think that, her honor as a saint, it really, it's inspiring. And I can imagine she's had her many moments of hysterical strength. And it is something just so cool to witness. And if you ever have the privilege to experience it or see somebody experience it, oh my gosh, it's chilling. And I think it's something straight out of a video game, really it is. And it's definitely a moment of, oh, that guy or that gal, they're the main character, guys. They're the main character. It really is that type of moment. So, you know, just appreciate it when it happens, and, you know, the afterwards, just try to comfort the person, because they're probably gonna experience some crap, like, you know, physical withdrawals and feeling sick and falling over and all that. So just make sure that they're all right and whatnot.